Hey there YouTube, CJ's here with another Cleric tutorial video. This time I am doing a Inquisitor spec 2.3, but this one is for people that have free to play and they have not purchased the Storm Legion souls, therefore cannot use Defiler as in the previous build that I had shown. So, this is basically the same spec, but instead of using instead of using Defiler, we are going to be supplementing that with Cabalist. Now, this is a damage loss, so if you're looking to squeeze out that extra damage, I highly recommend buying the Storm Legion souls, but I'm not going to sit here and try to sell you something. So, I do apologize for the video quality, but we'll work through this. So, it's a 61 Inquisitor build with a 0 Justicar on the side for some healing when you do damage, and then we have 15 in Cabalist. So we're gonna have 5 Secrets in the Deep, which is damage done by 5%, 5 in Stroke of Genius, which is gonna be the Wisdom, and then 5 in depravity. The reason I do it in here and not over here is because we're not gonna be using any Cabalist spells other than for maybe Tyranny for an AoE. So I just put it in delayed abilities, which would be, or damage over time, which will buff your dots that you're going to be using. But as far as that goes, that's the spec. Now for macros, don't worry about having to pause the video and copy them because I will post them in the description for you. All you'll simply have to do is highlight in the description, Control C, and go into a new macro and Control V. Therefore, pasting the macro there for you. But this is just a couple of them that we have are the CD macro, which has Nysyr, Rebuke, and Sanction Heretic, which is going to give you the 5th stack of both of depravity. Now, if you want like a more in-depth guide on what each spell kind of does, go to the other Inquisitor video that I have. That's not for free to play, but I explain what each macro does specifically. The spam one, you'll just take out Marrow's Harvest. I will take that out in the macro that I post in the description. But everything else in here will still be usable. Same with the pre-CD, which is the Bolt of Depravity. I'll explain that in the part up here at the rotation. That's it for the macros. Oh yeah, there is an AoE one. My bad. Oh, that's add-ons. Here we go. This one does not have... I did not put Tyranny of Death in there because I purposely figured it was a DPS loss when I was punching the dummy earlier for this spec. But for that's it for the macros. For buffs, you're going to have Armor of Awakening, Shroud of Agony, Spiritual Scrutiny, and Spiritual Protection as the 4 buffs. As far as your DPS rotation, I'm going to do this slow, that way you can go through it. As I said earlier, I recommend looking at the non-free-to-play Inquisitor build because it will go more in depth and show you what exactly you're doing and might answer any questions that you have after watching this video. But an add-on that you're going to need, or I don't require it, but it's going to help a lot, is Karul's alerting system. Basically, when I engage this, there's going to be, just pay attention right here, there will be 2 boxes with these 2 pictures of Scourge Infects on there as dots. These 2 dots you can find in the Inquisitor ability spec here with Scourge and Vex here for you. Everything else, you won't have to lay anything else out on your bars other from the buffs and these 2. The rest are in the macros. So what you're going to do is, when you engage, you're going to do Scourge, then Vex, and you'll see that they are 15-second dots. Meanwhile, you're going to use your CD macro that I've given you. My bad. There it is, Nysyr Rebuke. And then you're going to hit it again, and it's going to give you this thing right here, Bolt of Depravity. Then you're going to, this macro over here, the pre-CD, hit that once. It's going to activate a combat buff that you have, and then hit it again. That combat buff makes that Bolt of Depravity crit, therefore bigger damage output. Now as you can see here, this is telling me, this is a cruel alerting system, that the 2 dots have fallen off this target. Now, key thing to the Inquisitor spec is to make sure that those dots never fall off and you never clip them. So you want them to run their full 15-second cycle, but when they reach 0 seconds, you want to reapply the dots, as I can show up here. It might be hard for you to see, but Scourge is now at 1, 0, let it do its last tick, and then reapply it and reapply Vex at the same time, because they both are 15 seconds. And then one more ability I had forgotten to tell you, we need to get out of combat here, is this very handy one that's our 61 point ability in the Inquisitor tree, Radical Lens. It resets Nysyr's Rebuke. So basically, let's say, like, here, we'll do this at fast pace. Scourge, Vex, your CD macro, Nysyr's, okay, and you're going to hit it again, you're going to get your Bolt of Depravity, and then you're going to do the reset, and do your Bolt of Depravity again, reapply your dots, do your Nysyr's Rebuke again, and then hit that macro again to get the Bolt of Depravity. There you go. And then you're just going to continue with your spam until those dots are ready. You're going to do those 2, and you should be able to hit your spam 5 times. This will now become second nature when you learn to start counting in your head with this as you get more comfortable. Then you get this nice Bolt of Depravity proc. There it is. And that's just kind of the simple mechanic of it. Again, the more in-depth way on how to do this spec is the non-free-to-play Inquisitor. It's the same rotation. Nothing's changed in the other video. It's just a little more in-depth for you. But I released this one for people that had some question on the non-free-to-play. But that's about it, guys. If you do have any questions, feel free to comment in the box below this video. Or you can even go in-game to a shard named Shatterbone, and you can mail me, Viva, my name is CJS in-game. Or, if I just happen to be online, you can type /tell space CJS at Shatterbone, and then hit space, and it will send me a message, as you can see down there. But that's how you will contact me, Viva, in-game, and if not, then yes, go the mail. I normally get back to somebody in 24 hours, so just keep your eye out for that mailbox. If you guys have any other questions, you can add me on Skype. It's Mikeys, M-I-K-E-Y-S 680, and we can talk via that, or you can send me your vent info and I can pop in and talk to you. But that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.